I will not do tracing on the board. Just I write the output. Okay, tracing we will look into the program execution part. Okay, I'll share this script. So there we will look into the tracing part. Okay. Just let's try condition. See, by using go to what we can space. So we can print numbers from 1 to n. Okay. So by using while loop, by using do while loop, by using for loop. Okay, by using looping statements, we can achieve this application, that is printing numbers from 1 to n. So n can be 10 or n can be 50 or it can be 100,000. If you give n value as 100, we will print from 1 to 100. If you give n value as 1000, we will print from 1 to 1000. Okay. Now by using go to also we can achieve this program. Okay. So yeah, just we discuss the output. Okay. Next we will move to the program execution part. Okay. See here the message what it prints is it prints. So enter the value of n. You have to enter the value of n. So if suppose if I enter here value of n as 40. So you just look at the next message. The numbers from 1 to n are see. You just look at this your statement how I written. Okay. So you have to understand this particular your statement. So whatever you write within the double quotes here, to here. So including on blank space, salary from blank space. So entire thing is printed as it is. Just look at this. So it prints numbers from 1 to with one space. Okay, so it prints like this. The numbers from 1 to so here it prints as it is. Okay. See, then you observe. Say this variable n is. Okay. So it is called as argument in the your statement. So here n will not print. That means the letter n is not printed. Instead, it will print the value of n. So value of n here is 5. So n value is 5. So it prints 5. Then this word r is printed as it is with 3 dots. Okay. Just write it. R dot. 1 or 2 dots here. So the numbers from 1 to 2 word is printed as this. Then instead of n, it is 5. So yeah, I word then you observe this your statement. So here I value usually is 1. Then it keeps on printing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So already we have discussed this tracing on the board. So we will directly go to the program part. So here we know whenever this statement is executed, that is goes to loop, program control will move back, and these statements are executed one after the other. So it keeps on repeating. So till this condition becomes false. Okay, once this condition is false, we come out of the loop here. Okay, see, this is not the looping statement. Don't get confused with the looping statements. Looping statements are while loop, do while loop, for loop. But when we use go to statement, the program control moves back to the previous lines, and again if it starts executing, it acts like a loop. That's all. Okay, it is not a looping statement, but it will act like a loop. Okay, so your statement I plus condition will be executed again go to loop. So again your statement I plus condition will be executed again go to loop. So in this way it will act like a loop. And so I use the word looping. You can use anything. It is just an identifier. If you want to use some different identifier, say for example, the ABC. Only thing is it should follow identifier rules. Starting character should not be digit. It should not be keyword, and there should be no blank space. No symbol should be used like that. Okay, except for this. Well, if you are using ABC, here also change it to ABC. Go to ABC. One more thing, you just leave one, at least one space between the word go to and ABC. Because this is the keyword. Go to is the keyword. ABC is an identifier. Okay. Go to is the keyword. ABC is an identifier. So we go to the statement where this label is there. And those statements are executed. So in sequence, your statement type plus plus condition go to. Your statement type plus plus condition go to. So this process will be repeated until this condition becomes true. So once this condition is true, we come out of the as if it is a loop. We come out of that and get ch function is executed. It is end of the program. Now we will see this program in computer. Okay, we'll share the screen. So is the Turbo C indicator visible for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we will discuss this program. Okay. See, first you look at the program. So how I have written. So two variables we have taken, I is equals to 1. Okay, and one more variable is n. Okay, then so enter the value of n. Okay, that means you should know till what number it has to print, from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100 or 1 to 200, like that. And then you just observe this out statement, the numbers from 1 to, so this is the string. Okay, afterwards you have to print that value. So till what number you are printing. Okay, then again the word or. So whenever you include the things in double quotes, so except this backslash n, everything is printed. Okay, and this n, letter n is not printed, instead its value is printed. Okay, so first I will execute the program as a whole, then later we will discuss line by line. Okay. Okay. So if I enter the value 10, okay, you just see the numbers from 1 to 10 are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we will see line by line execution. Okay. Sorry. One more time I will execute. Okay. So tracing, program tracing it is. So you just observe the program control. So it is in the main line. Okay. Then so I is equals to 1. Okay. So value 1 is assigned to variable I. Then there is a variable n. Okay. Then clear screen. So whatever the previous output it is there on the screen, it will be cleared. Okay. Then so enter the value of n. Just a minute. So is my voice audible for all of you clearly? Is it audible? Just chat and tell. Is there any disturbance? Okay, fine. Thank you. So, okay. So next thing is, okay. So here enter the value of n. So after that, you have to enter the value. Okay. See, for example, if I enter the value 5, okay. So just I enter the value 5 so that minimum tracing we can see. Okay. So it should print 1 to 5, right? See, the numbers from 1 to 5 are, okay. So the first this message is printed on the screen. Okay. Okay. So after that message is printed, see at this particular line, what you have to do is, that is cout I, you just check the value of I and n both. Okay. So you go to the debug option, inspect option is there. You just type the variable I here. The variable I value is 1. Okay. Next, similarly, we just type the variable n. The variable, the value of variable n is 5. Okay. So we came to know both values. So n value will not change, whereas I value will keep on changing, because here it is I plus plus. Okay. Just a minute. It is starting from first. Okay, it's okay. Anyway.
So I is equals to 1, clear screen. So enter the value of n. Okay, I will enter the value of I as 5. Okay, the numbers from 1 to n. From here, that is the statement where you observe the word loop. From here, actual logic is present. Okay. So see out I. So it prints the value of I. Okay, on the screen, that is 1. Then after printing the value of I, so I plus plus will be executed. Okay. So when the statement I plus plus is executed, you just observe the value of I. So now program control is in condition, that is if I less than or equals to n. Okay. Here you should know both values. Then only you can say whether the condition is true or false. Okay. If I less than or equals to n value is 5, I value is 1. Again I'm telling n value is 5, I value is 1. If you want, you can test it. See, you put the variable I. So on the top right corner, I value is 2 because I plus plus it is incremented, I value is 2. Then again one more time you put the value of variable n. So n value is 5. 2 less than or equals to 5. Condition is true. So again I'm telling I value is 2, n value is 5. 2 less than or equals to n. Condition is true. So you just observe the program control. So the statement go to loop is executed. The statement go to loop is executed. So if the statement go to loop is executed, the program control should go to the statement where loop word is there. The program control should go to the statement where the loop word is there. We just observe the program control. See, so the program control moved backwards. Okay, that means topwards because the word loop is present. After that, cout statement. Okay, loop cout I. So that statement is executed again. Okay. That means it will print the value of I, that is 2. Okay. Again, I plus plus is there. So once I plus plus statement is executed, it will be incremented. Okay, you just observe the value of I. So I value, sorry, 1 minute. Say I value is 3 now. Okay. So 3 less than or equals to 5, condition is true. Whenever the condition is true, that is if of condition is there, right? If I less than or equals to n, whenever the condition is true, go to loop is executed. See, go to loop. Okay. So when program control comes to go to loop, so it will be transferred to the statement where loop word is there. Okay. Loop identifier is there. So that statement will be executed, printing the value of I. I value is 3 now. Okay. So I plus plus. So I value will become 4 now. You just observe. Okay. 4 and n value will not change. It will be same. So n value is 5 only. Whatever we have entered on the console screen, that is black screen, that value will be there for n. 4 less than or equals to 5, that condition will be true. Okay. So go to loop. Okay. So go to loop means again program control should go to the statement where loop word is there. So that is cout statement. Okay. So it prints the value of I, then I plus plus, I value will become 5. Okay. So again, I less than or equals to n, 5 less than or equals to n, condition is true. So one more time, it will go to the statement where loop word is there. That is program control will move back. Okay. So I plus plus, I value will be incremented. Now you observe the I value and n value both. On the top right corner, I value is displaying. Okay. So I value is 6, but n value is 5. I value is 6, n value is 5. So 6 less than or equals to 5, condition is false. So now you have to observe carefully how the program control will be transferred to the getch function immediately after the statement. Okay, we just observe the program control. Go to loop, that statement is not executed now because condition will be false. Just observe it. See, the program control moved to the getch line because condition is false. So the statement immediately following the condition will not execute. So looping is stopped here. Okay. See, numbers from 1 to 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See, one thing I have said while I'm explaining. So here, because it is acting like a loop, so I have used the word loop. You can change to anything. Like if I change it to ABC, here if you change to ABC, in this statement also you change ABC, just one identifier. Okay. So this also works. So we will test it. See, it will not show any error. Sorry. Only one I will give one stop. Okay. If I give the value 10, it prints from 1 to 10. So one more time I have executed because just I wanted to show you that you can use any identifier. So I use the identifier ABC here in place of the word loop. Okay. So just it was acting like a loop. So I use the word loop. You just use the identifier. Identifier means you just remember the identifier rules and you can write anything. Your name also you can write it. That is an identifier. Don't write blank space. Don't use any symbols except underscore. Don't start with digit and don't use any keyword. If you remember these 4 rules, then you can write your own identifier. So this is about goto. See, if you people want me to execute one more time, I will do it. Just you chat and tell. Or else if it is clear, then we will move to the exit function. You just chat and tell whether it is clear or you want me to execute one more time, that is line by line. Clear, okay. So remaining people, is it clear? Okay. Okay, fine. So it's very simple. That means whenever program control comes to this particular line, go to loop. Okay, that is go to ABC, whatever I have written. The program control will move back to this statement, and from this statement, that is cout statement, I++, this condition, these statements are executed many times. So till the condition becomes false. Okay, so that is the concept of goto. Okay, now we will move to the exit function. So first I will write the program on the board. I will explain it. Then we will see program execution. Okay. Okay. So today I will write the program on the board. So I will explain. Okay, if possible, we will see program using the computer system, or else tomorrow we will see. Some things I wanted to tell with respect to programming language, especially C and C++. That is, see, we have come across till now 2 functions. That is, clear string, okay, and get secret. These 2 functions we have come across. So today we have solved these 2 functions. Some important things about this is, see, whenever we have written clear screen and clear, that means whenever we have written clear screen. So how we have written, like after this statement, like a, comma, b, comma, c, and then if at all if there are variables for float, so after this statement, generally we write the clear screen. So one important thing what how the company is, it is not a rule that you have to write the clear screen statement only after this. Okay, that means it is not a rule that it should come at 3rd line or 4th line or after the three floats, that is declaration. But these 2 statements are called as declaration statement. Declaration statements. Yeah. See, whenever you write the declaration statements, in case of C and C++, after the declaration statements, whatever the statements we write, starting from clear screen till case statements, okay, these statements are called as action statements. These statements are called as action statements. Okay, so whenever we write after the declaration statements, whatever the statements we write, these statements are called as action statements. So action statements in the sense, either we come across input operation, okay, or some calculations or some logic, right, that is processing or output. If you come across these statements, that is either the input or some calculations or some logic or some processing statements, use if, while, do while, for loop, go to, return, range, any keywords, any control statements, or if you come across output statements, which is input statements means C, output means your statement.
Other than this, you have some calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, or if you use while loop, while loop, forward, anything, so any logic, any condition. So from here to here, it is called as action state. And even this here state and get state also are called as action state because here state will do some action. That is, it will clear the output state. So whenever programs are executed, if I don't use clear state, previous output will remain as it is on the console state. So you have to clear process so that whatever the current program you are executing will come to know what is the exact output. Otherwise, it will be confusion. Okay. And coming to the get state, the meaning of get state is it is not that how to use at the end of the program, or it is used to get the output, or it is used to see the output. Nothing like that. Get the character. So get the character. See, whenever you come across the word it is nothing but input. Get means input. Put means output. Okay. So computer will wait unless you type some character from the keyboard. So this is the meaning. Computer will wait for us unless we type some character from the keyboard. Okay. So once we type the character from the keyboard, then it will come to the editor screen. That is useful. Understand this concept. It will wait for us to type the character from the keyboard, and that character will not be displayed on the screen, but it is stored in the memory. It will wait for us to type the character from the keyboard. Then it comes to the editor screen. So what I am supposed to say is, you can use clear screen and get state at any part of the program. Don't think that after declaration statement only I will use. See, one common thing is after declaration statement only use action statements. Action statements will input, output, or calculations for clear screen and get state. After immediate declaration statement, clear screen can use as first statement or in the middle or at the end. Even get state also as first statement or in the middle or at the end. So this point to remember. And especially when I write the program for exit function, so I will make use of this get function need. So you come to know why I have said like get can be used at any part of the program. One thing you have to remember is before declaration statement you don't use. That's all. After declaration statement you can use that as the first statement or in the middle or at the end of the program. These two statements. So interchangeably. You can use first get then clear state, or first get then clear state. If you know the working process of that, then it's fine. So you can use that any part of the program. One important thing is you write the declaration statement, then you start using at any point of the program. Okay. Now we will say about the get state as well as exit function. Okay. So is it clear? So if you want to take screenshot, you can take it because I think so in textbooks it is not present. These concepts in textbooks as well as in the notes what I have said. Okay. Just knowledge point of view, I'm telling. Just for you people, you should not get confusion with this. That means I have to use clear screen only after each of those statement or get state at the end of the program. You should not get confusion. So I will say this. So just take screenshot of this. So just 1 minute and break. Just take screen.
So is it fine? We'll move further. Okay, fine. We'll move further. So now we will discuss exit function with one program.
So today I write the program on the board and I will explain. Tomorrow we'll see execution part of that. Okay. So starting of the program, anyways we will start from the header file. You just observe this program. Directly I am writing clear screen without a declaration statement. Yes, it is fine. Only thing is after clear screen you don't write the declaration. You have started already action statement. The action statement in the sense like any operations to do like clearing the screen, getting the character, CO statement, scene statement, all those are action statements. After starting action statement, don't write declaration statement. If you want to write declaration statement, before only you write. Or else if you don't want to write declaration statement, leave it. It's not a problem. Directly we can start the action statement. Directly write clear statement. Then see, two CO statements are right here. Say for example, just say C language, one statement. Okay. One more statement say C++ language. We already discussed one segment. Okay. Let's say you observe that I will use getStage here. Okay. So this is also correct. As I said, it is not a rule that you have to use getStage at the end of the program. So you can use immediate also. After this, I use the function called as exit. Okay. Then two more statements are here. One is say insert. Another one is insert. And one more time also you can use it. It is not a problem. So one more time also you can use it. Any number of times you can use it. Okay. So when this program is executed, what happens is, and one more thing, whatever you do is, one header file you have to use. That is stdlib. And header files also you can use in any order. It is not a rule that first IO string, then CO and IO, then stdlib string or something like that. You can use in any order. You see that all the header files are present. Okay. That means whatever the header files required for this program, those header files are present. So standard library that header file should use because we are using getStage function. Okay. Sorry, exit function. So output of this program is very, very simple. That is, when we execute this program, the program exit. So program control will come to this line. Okay. Sorry, main function. So first step, second step, third step is exit. Then so program control will come to this line. So it will print C language. Because of translation, program control will move to this line. You can consider it as a then after that, program control will come to this line. Okay, C++. See now you see what happens. Before exit function is executed, there is a function called as getDetails. When program control comes to this line, what happens is just cursor will start blinking on this screen. On the black screen, you have to imagine. So just imagine tomorrow we will see execution part. Just cursor starts blinking here. That means program is ended already. That means these two statements will not execute because there is a exit function. Program is ended already, but it is waiting for us to type the key from the keyboard so that the program control will come to the editor screen. So editor screen will be visible. So until and unless we type the character from the keyboard, cursor will be thinking. Once we type the character, whatever the screen it is visible for us, that black screen will change to new screen, that is editor screen there. So there is an exit function, then it will stop. That means exit means you have to stop the program. No further execution. That means these two statements are not executed. If it is not executed, it means so these two messages are not displayed. Not displayed on this machine. Understood? So any doubts in this program with respect to exit function? Okay. I use here digit 0. I will tell you when we discuss functions. So if you have any doubts in this program, you can ask me. Tomorrow we will say execution. So you can take a screenshot of this.
Okay, so in the next class we will discuss. Thank you.